A woman is dead, federal agents are under investigation, and two very different versions of the truth are now colliding. What really happened on that Minneapolis street? Let's break it down. The shooting happened in a quiet residential neighborhood near East 34th Street and Portland Avenue. According to officials from the Department of Homeland Security, agents say Good attempted to run them over with her SUV. They've described the shooting as self-defense and even referred to the incident as an act of domestic terrorism. But multiple videos from the scene appear to contradict that claim. Bystander footage shows the vehicle moving slowly or attempting to drive away, rather than accelerating directly toward officers. The FBI is now investigating, and this marks the 9th ICE-involved shooting since September 2025. Eyewitnesses say they did not see the SUV aggressively target agents, adding more scrutiny to the official self-defense narrative. The reaction from Minnesota leaders has been swift and emotional. Governor Tim Walz said he was outraged, calling the shooting preventable and unnecessary. He blamed the Trump administration's immigration tactics, saying they've created chaos and risked public safety. Walz even issued a warning order to prepare the Minnesota National Guard in case tensions escalate.
We do not need any further help from the federal government. To Donald Trump and Kristi Noem, you've done enough. There's nothing more important than Minnesotan safety. I've issued a warning order to prepare the Minnesota National Guard.
He also urged residents not to believe what he called a propaganda machine promoting the self-defense story, and he argued that White House policy is fueling fear and confrontation. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey went even further. After reviewing video of the shooting, he called the self-defense claim bullshit and said ICE is sowing chaos and endangering public safety.
This was an agent recklessly using power that resulted in somebody dying, getting killed.
He urged residents to stay calm, warning that the situation is testing the endurance of the republic. But he also demanded accountability, saying the shooting cannot be justified. Meanwhile, DHS Secretary Kristi Noem defended the ICE officer, repeating that the agent fired in self-defense and labeling the driver's actions as domestic terrorism. She also said ICE operations in Minneapolis will continue, despite opposition.
As an attempt to kill or to cause bodily harm to agents, an act of domestic terrorism. The ICE officer, fearing for his life and the other officers around him and the safety of the public, fired defensive shots. He used his training to save his own life and that of his colleagues.
President Donald Trump said it appears the officer acted in self-defense and described Good as an agitator. He blamed critics on the political left and defended ICE actions as necessary. That evening, hundreds gathered at a candlelight vigil at the site of the shooting. People shared memories, prayed, and demanded answers. But the mood also turned toward anger and protest. Crowds chanted anti-ICE slogans, calling on the agency to leave Minneapolis. Demonstrations began spreading across the city, and in some areas, tensions flared between protesters and law enforcement. Tonight, the investigation continues. At the center of it all is a single haunting question. Was this truly self-defense or an unnecessary use of deadly force? The answer will not only shape public trust in law enforcement, but the future of immigration enforcement in America.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.